Prime Minister Narendra Modi has described the India-Russia relationship as the Dhruv Tara or the pole star. A star that guides this relationship. And as we talk about this, let me quickly take you to Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Russian President Vladimir Putin has just arrived at the Rashtrapati Bhavan for the state banquet, and President Draupadi Murmu is hosting President Putin and the ministers with him, his official delegation, for the state banquet, for that official dinner. And this is the last leg of President Putin's visit to India. After the state banquet, he flies back to Moscow. But this is important. This is the grand finale of a very, very important visit, and of course the relationship between India and Russia. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Shivani Sharma joining us with more on this. Shivani, a befitting banquet, the last pit stop, if I may, before the president flies back to Moscow. Key takeaways from this visit and what happens at the banquet now?
See, Gaurav, the banquet has been hosted with special delicacies and love between India and Russia. There's a blend in these delicacies which also involve the Kashmiri Wazwa and also Russian delicacies out here. Tri-Services band playing out Russian as well as Indian music out here. President Draupadi Murmu has welcomed Russian President Putin out here, and the dignitaries are being served. And when we talk about the key takeaways, Gaurav, this has been a tremendous 29-hour-long meeting that started right when Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached the airport to welcome his friend, President Putin. And since then, the engagements are on. The conversation started back then. And before he leaves, a banquet has been arranged beautifully to wrap this visit, because this is an important visit. The whole world is looking at this, and the way the joint statement and the press statements came out, there is a 70-paragraph joint statement that has been released. Okay. All these areas, be it the space, be it the civil nuclear energy, be it health, be it military, be it counter-terrorism efforts, everything has been included. And the bonhomie between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Putin has been quite evident since he arrived in India. And also, formal invitation for next year's India-Russia summit has also been extended to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So there are around 150
The focus this time, Shivani, very clearly remained on taking this relationship forward on the economic and trade aspect, not so much defense. Yes, there was talk about space and civil nuclear energy, but more about mobility, space, pharmaceuticals, dairies, fisheries, greater access to the Russian market. So there's a lot that both India and Russia can take away from this meeting.
Gaurav, when it comes to defense, the strategy of India has changed, especially after Galwan. We are more producing ourselves, and Atmanirbhar Bharat has been the mantra. Self-reliance has been the mantra. So when it comes to defense ties, certainly there has been a decrease in what India has been importing from countries including Russia. And certainly when it comes to trade ties, last year also there was an increase of 12% between India and Russia's bilateral trade. But now a new target has been set for 2030 that comes to $100 billion between India and Russia, and that not only includes defense but many other spheres, be it the education sector, the health sector, the AI, innovations, a lot more. So India and Russia are opening up tremendously in various sectors, and defense, though there is a certain discussion that the deals will be sealed in the coming time. We have seen
Keep tracking that story, Shivani. I will come back to you for more on that. But